on folks, Luke here back with another video. We're here today with another monthly Forex trading review. This is a series that I started in October. I went over October's performance, show you guys how we made nearly £1,500 every single day in the month of October. I'm going to do the exact same with this video. I'm going to go through the entire month, showing you guys exactly what we provided in the VIP chats, the trading opportunities that were sent out, the analysis that was sent out, and then any educational videos that we gave to the VIP clients throughout the course of November. I'm doing this series for a multitude of reasons. One, so I can track my own performance, so I can go back and look at these videos and see, okay, these were the top trades that were placed. This is how we performed over the course of the month, but also to give you guys full transparency about the services that we provide. We have always been about transparency, being honest. I feel like this is an industry where there is a lot of dishonesty and there's a lot of misleading information out there. So we want to be the complete opposite and provide you guys with full transparency in every single thing that we do. If you guys do enjoy this video and you do like the content that we've provided our clients this month, be sure to leave this video a thumbs up. All the support you guys is very much appreciated. And I know I say this on every single video, but I really truly mean it. Now, like I did last month, what I did was I went through everything we provided in the actual VIP chat itself. That's what I'm going to do this video. And then I'm going to head over to the live markets and I'm going to show you the best trades that we placed on a week-to-week basis. So to start November off nicely, we placed a position on AUD USD. As you can see, this was the analysis that I provided. I sent out my potential entry. As always, I like to give the zones and areas that I'm looking to trade, but when I do place positions myself, I like to provide people with my entry, where I'm entering the trade, where my stop loss is and where my take profit is. That way you guys can apply that to your own analysis and then you can trade alongside me as well if that's something you want to do. So I provided the people with my trade there, and then I followed with my analysis. So as you can see, we had the corrective wave that was put in, tapping into a level of supply. We then had a break of structure, this being the last structural low. We had a break of structure here, price creating a lower low, followed by multiple lower highs and lower lows. We then looked for another supply zone for price to trail back into. As soon as we had the penetration of that, that is when we look to execute and enter in on this market. As you can see, this just zooming in a little bit, showing the people exactly why and where I'm entering. As you can see, this is on the 5 minute. This is where we entered. Stop loss just above the peak created, and then our take profit was set at the extreme swing low. This is what we always do when we place our positions. So you can see that I give a full in-depth analysis there. I've given the actual entry itself here. Now, as we scroll down, you can see that we're just updating the people on trades that we placed on the latter end of October. So this was another potential re-entry zone. Price nearly tapped into that. Again, this is just updating the people on the running trade on AUD USD that we sent out on the 1st. Price is playing out beautifully. We've had a fractal BOS, continuation in bearishness now moving forward. This trade is running 17 pips, 2.26%, 1.13 RR. I risk 2% of my equity per trade. You can see here that I've provided them all with a screenshot of my profit so far. Full transparency across the board, my actual open trade, where I entered, the analysis that I provided, and then in-depth descriptions as well as to why I'm entering. So I sent a poll out into the chat to ask if anyone wanted a re-entry. We had a good result. People wanted re-entries, so I provided people with a potential re-entry. This was a last unmitigated candle, a last buy to sell zone. So I felt that price could come and trail back up into this before continuing this bearishness. This is just another update. Price is now trading 27 pips, 3.6% and 1.8 RR. Again, I took a partial here as stated within this description. So I just screenshotted my partial and then I also screenshotted my running trade that I still had going. As price continued to play out, price is now running 50 pips, 6.6%, 3.3 RR. Again, a screenshot of another partial I took and then the running trade itself. Potential re-entry zone is still there just in case price pulls back to tap into that. Again, another update. You'll notice that throughout my trading days and when I actually place positions, I update the people on a regular basis so they know exactly what is going on with the trade. I think it's very important to not only provide the people with profitable trades an analysis that can play out very well and in good favor, but also to provide them with constant updates so they know exactly what is going on. This way, I am helping and guiding them and making the right decisions when it comes to managing their positions. So again, here with another update, 60 pips, 8% for RR. Brilliant position, as you can see. Got a running trade still here, took another partial. So at this point, we had taken quite a few partials, £440 up, and we still had 383 in the bank, making us some profits. Then on the 2nd of November, I provided them with another update. So this was another re-entry zone that I highlighted out for the clients. This was another potential place that price could trail up into before delivering us with further bearishness. So this was just an update on some analysis from that position. This is just another update on XAU USD. This was a trade that we placed in October. If you've not seen October's monthly review, I definitely recommend you go and see it. We absolutely rinsed XAU USD on the latter end of October and the start of November, as you'll see. So I was just updating them all on that. This was the potential re-entry zone that I highlighted. We had the initial break of structure. We now look to execute and place positions here. So I sent this out to the clients. As you can see, full description, letting the people know exactly where and when and why I'm looking to enter. Again, another opportunity sent out to the clients on XAU USD, potential sell zone. As we can see here, updating the clients on the re-entry. So if people listened and people looked at the analysis that I provided, they would have been in profit here. This was the re-entry zone that I highlighted initially, just updating them all on that. As we can see, price played out beautifully. So not only would they have profited from the initial entry, from the initial trade that I sent out on the 1st, but they could have also entered again here and profited nicely from that. This trade itself here was running about 18 pips. So that's 4% to RR. Our stop loss there was only 9 pips. Now, if you remember, I updated the clients on XAU USD with a potential re-entry zone. As you can see here, price has played out beautifully. Price was trading plus 55 pips, 3.6%, 1.83 RR. This was just another trade that I placed on this market. Price is playing out perfectly on that. So again, as you're seeing, we are updating our clients on a regular basis with what's going on in these markets, what's going on with the trades, and how we're looking at tackling every single move that happens. Again, just updating the people on the re-entry opportunity that we had here for AUD USD. Updating them again on XAU USD's re-entry, running 80 pips at this point, 5.2%, 2.6 RR. Sent out another screenshot of my profits. Again, full transparency. Then again, updating them all with the AUD USD trade. So this was the potential re-entry zone. Updating them all on that. Price is obviously continuing to play out. So that's 24 pips plus 6% 3RR. Another update on XAU USD. The partials that I had taken, £516 in partials. Price is running 100 pips, 6.6%, 3.3 RR. And then I had a full breakdown video on XAU USD here, just to give the guys an in-depth look into this market and how I'm looking to tackle it moving forward. Okay, so again, multiple re-entry zones provided to the clients, and we can see here we get to the 3rd of November, so this being the 3rd day of the month, price took profit. As you can see, videos on a daily basis showing the people exactly what I'm wanting to see. This was actually the trade that we placed in October that took profit for the full amount. So we can see here, these were the 3 main positions that we placed across October, and all of those took profit. It's a beautiful, beautiful trade. We walked away with a lot of profits in October. It was a brilliant month. And then we head over to week 2. So the 7th of November is Monday, which is the start of week 2. So as I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the AUD USD trade that I sent out on the 1st week of November, run through my analysis there and show you exactly how price played out. But as you could see, price played out perfectly. We profited very well from that. I think we walked away with nearly 15% from both positions, the initial entry and then the re-entry as well. I think we walked away with some amazing profits on that trade. So I'm going to head over to live markets now and show you the trade itself. We're going to do some back testing and show you where and when I entered, and also how the trade played out. So the first top trade of the month was this AUD USD short that we placed within the first week. I think this was on the 1st or the 2nd of November. So we had the initial penetration of this higher time frame point of interest, this supply zone that we were looking to get involved in. We then saw price break down and start trading us bearish. This was brilliant, as this told us that the market was now ready to continue in this bearish momentum. What I then did was find another supply zone within this bearish leg here for price to trail back up into, where we could then look to obviously get involved in. As we can see, price continued trading bearish. The trend flipped as we had a break of structure here. We had a new higher high get created, or a new high get created, creating a higher high, should I say. And then we saw price continue trading us higher into this supply zone here. Once we had the penetration of the supply zone, we then saw good signs of rejection. I can't go down to the 1 minute time frame just as it won't let me, but on the 1 minute time frame, you would have seen a breakdown in price here. We were then obviously delivered with some inefficient structure. We had a last buy to sell region here. All we did was wait for price to come down, trade back up. As soon as price traded back up, we entered in on this market, setting our stop loss a little bit above the previous structural highs, just to give us some leverage when it comes to sweeps and things like that and liquidity grabs. And then as you can see, price played out perfectly. So price played out very well. I think in total, it peaked at about, let's have a look. This trade itself peaked at, 78 pips, which is brilliant. This offered us with some amazing returns. I think we were looking at near 4 RR, I think it was on this. Let's just have a look here. 5 RR on this. So risking 2%, you're looking at 10% returns. Risking 1%, you're looking at 5% returns from this one trade. So this was the first top trade of the month. This was again placed around 12:30 on the 1st of November. So this put us ahead straight away, generating us with 5 RR. Okay, so now looking at week 2 of November, another trading opportunity sent out to the people. Obviously, we have to provide you all with some analysis. I think it's very important so you know where and why and when. Updating you all on the trade. So it's running 20 pips, 2%, 1 RR. So our stop loss was obviously 20 pips. Yeah, it was 21 pips. Price is continuing to play out, running 28 pips now. Again, providing you guys with some analysis on AUD USD for a potential trade that we could place. Obviously, we want to be delivered with the right confirmation before we look to enter. I always ensure to let my clients know if we are placing it there and then, or if we are waiting for the right confirmation. This was one of those times. I then sent out that trade to the people. Unfortunately, I then went ahead and closed this position at entry, as I felt like price wasn't playing out as I wanted it to. Then I sent a quick update for the guys on Euro AUD. So the original position here that we sent out, that was running 28 pips. At this point, it was running 42 pips. So we're looking at 4%, 2 RR, brilliant position. As you can see, I always let the clients know when I'm implementing risk management and moving SL to entry, things like that. So then they can go ahead and do the same thing if they want to, or they can just look at taking some safety measures ahead on their own positions. Again, sending out another update for the clients, 24 pips running. A full rundown on my watch list. So it looks as though we are now heading to the next day, so this being Tuesday on week 2. So with that being said, the Euro AUD trade, I think that went and hit stop loss at entry, because we moved stop loss to entry, and I think price actually continued to trade higher. So I think we walked away with a maximum of 4% on that trade, which is still brilliant. That's still 2 RR. So then heading over to Tuesday of week 2, providing people with some more analysis, potential areas we can look to trade from, letting people know that patience is key. As you'll see with these monthly reviews, we may only place maybe 10 trades over the course of the month because we believe that quality over quantity every single time. Patience is key. We need to wait for these trades to play out in our favor and how we want them to in order to actually execute. At the end of the day, it's all based on probability, so we want as much probability as possible before we look to even execute positions on these trades. So again, just sending out some more analysis for the clients on XAU USD, then a placeable position that I sent out. This is something that I placed myself. Again, this was a trade that I moved SL to entry on, and we actually got closed out at entry. I then went and placed another position on XAU USD later on in the evening. Sent that out to the clients. This was running plus 50 pips, so plus 6.6%, 3.3 RR. Again, just reminding the people to take partials and use good risk management. Updating the people in the morning with the trade that we placed on XAUUSD. I sent that out about, I think it was 11 o'clock at night. So not everyone would have placed it or wanted to place it, as they may not have been looking at the markets themselves at that point. They may have been asleep. They may not want to place positions overnight, which is completely fine. So just updated the people with that. And then I think I was a bit incognito on the 9th. I think I was a bit busy on the Wednesday. So then we go over to Thursday the 10th. Again, providing the people with some analysis on Euro USD. I then placed a position on this. So we're quite active. We've been quite active so far in the month of November. We then placed this position on Euro USD. And then we got struck with some fundamentals. And as you can see, price played out perfectly. Within 5 to 10 minutes of actually placing this position, this is just on a 1 minute time frame, you can see that take profit was nearly achieved. The clients loved this position. As you can see, we got some good feedback from that. This trade ran for 155 pips. I think I closed for 150 pips plus 22% 11 RR. So from this one trade, we walked away with nearly 22%. So that's a fifth of our entire equity that we have made from one position. Take profit was then achieved, 24% in total, 12.4 RR. Obviously, I took profit at 150, so I didn't actually take profit for the full amount, but for anyone who waited to take profit there and then, fair play. Then we placed another position on Euro USD, tried to sell after price tapped into our supply zone, as you can see here. Unfortunately, we got stung with that, so we got an SL hit. Not to worry, we're only 1 RR down from that when we've made 12.4 RR from the previous position, so we're still 11.4 RR up. So then we move over to week 3, the 14th of November. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over this position here on Euro USD for week 2, and then we'll head over to week 3. So I'll see you guys on the markets. Okay, now moving over to the second best trade of the month. So this was a trade that we placed on the Euro USD, and this was on the 10th of November, around 20 past 1, I believe. So as we can see on screen, we have a new trend setting, new bullishness being introduced into this market. We've had multiple breaks of structure, so these protected highs were broken, and we've started to see the creation of higher highs and higher lows. So I was looking for a demand zone that price could trail and tap back into before delivering us with a new impulsive wave higher. So I found a demand zone here from these last sell to buy regions. As we can see, price trailed down, penetrated this zone, held for a while. So we actually waited patiently for price to actually break out of what looked to be an accumulation. Once we had that break in these highs, we then placed our position. As you can see, price broke up, breaking these previous highs here. Price came back down. This is where we got our entry. And then as you can see, price skyrocketed. Thankfully, this was, we had assistance from fundamental news, but this was a brilliant trade. What I'll do is I will throw up the before, during, and after, as well as the prompt to obviously buy into this market. But yeah, this was a brilliant position, and this was purely based on catching a reversal from a demand zone. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis and the reasoning as to why we placed that position on Euro USD on week 2. Now we're going to head over and look through week 3. So starting on the 14th, which was the Monday, we sent out some analysis here on XAU USD. Again, we sent some analysis out on Euro AUD. And then, yeah, from this analysis, we can see here price has played out perfectly. Price is now running 100 pips. So a specific entry wasn't sent out by no means, but the analysis was there. So we can see here, this is on the 30-minute time frame on the XAU USD market. I sent out full analysis, so I'm looking to buy into this market. I've given my parameters, as you can see, and then price plays out exactly as we want it to. So yes, a specific entry wasn't given, but if you use your initiative and you look at the analysis that I provided with the potential trade there as well, you could have placed that position and profited again with the LAGFX team. So this trade in itself was running 5.7%, 2.85 RR. So again, we're gaining back. We've made nearly 3 RR from this trade already. And then as you can see here, another update on the XAU USD potential position, running 8.5% now, 4.28 RR. And then as you can see, a final update on the XAU USD trade. Take profit was achieved for 200 pips. That was plus 11.4% and 5.7 RR. So this was a brilliant position from start to finish. I provided you the analysis before price even tapped into this zone. And then obviously when price did tap into the zone, I monitored and gave you feedback on the trade and updated you all with exactly what I was doing. So again, we may have lost 1 RR from the Euro USD sell that we placed on the back end of week 2, but straight away on week 3, within the day, we have made back 5.7 RR. And over the course of the month, I think we are probably up around 20 RR. So if you're risking 1%, that's 20% you've made back. If you're risking 2%, that's 40% you've made back. If you're risking 3%, we're looking at about 60% that you've made back from the month already. So now heading over to the 15th of November, which was the Tuesday of week 3. We can see here Great British Pound USD sending some analysis out for the clients, some analysis sent out for Euro USD, and I think we sent some more analysis out on AUD USD as well, and some Euro AUD analysis there. So I provided screenshots of my analysis followed with a description, but then I also provided you guys with a video as well, a video analysis, as I think it's important that if you don't have the time to read through the analysis and look at it yourself, then you can just put on the video and listen to it in the background whilst you're doing, your job or whatever it is that you're doing at the time. So provided some analysis there for that. We then had a potential trade there for Great British Pound to the US dollar. Again, updating the clients that SL was hit. So we were 1 RR off down from that. Another position was placed on Great British Pound to the US dollar. Again, updating the people with how the trade was going. But again, I think we got caught short with this position and we were 1 RR down from this as well. So on the 15th, we provided a lot of analysis. We placed 2 positions, but unfortunately we came short with both of those. So then we go over to the 16th, which was the Wednesday of week 3. Just doing some back testing, looking over the trades that we were placing and the trades that we did place yesterday, giving people reasonings as to why we took stop loss on those positions. Because those trades, they played out perfectly. We just got caught short with our stop loss, so our stop loss was just set too tight. And we refined our stop loss a little bit too much. So that was basically me just explaining that within this video. Then on the 17th to go into the Thursday, I think I was busy. Yeah, I was busy with celebrating my partner's birthday, so I was actually away in Manchester for a few days. And then we were back on the 20th, which was the Sunday. So what I've started to do is provide my Sunday sessions analysis into the VIP chat as well in a screenshot form with obviously a full description. So I started doing that because I think it's important that the guys, if they missed the Sunday sessions video, then at least they've got it here as well. So I sent all this out on the Sunday. So then they were basically prepared for week 4 of November. So again, what I'm going to do is go over week 3, look at the best trade that was placed within that week and run through that on the live markets. So let's head over to the live markets again now. Okay, so now moving to the 3rd best trade of the month. This was done in week 3. I think this was done around the 14th. So I think it was actually the Monday of week 3. As you can see here, I sent out some analysis with the Sunday sessions video and obviously sent this out into the clients as well. I'll get a screenshot and throw that up of the before, but I was basically looking to buy into this market based on a penetration from this demand zone that I had found here. So obviously we'd seen that price was trading us higher into the markets. It was reacting perfectly to demand zones. We previously took full advantage of an upthrust that had taken place earlier on in the month. But as you'll see here, I found another demand zone that I felt that held validity, and I believe that price could penetrate this zone. More demand would be injected into the market and we would see price trail us higher into this market, creating new highs and lows. That's exactly what happened. So we saw the penetration and we got involved straight away. So as I said, I'll throw up the befores, durings and afters of the analysis that was provided to the clients, just so you've got that there. But this was another brilliant position, and I think this generated us with, let me just double check, it generated us with a 200 pip swing and 11.4% and 5.7 RR in returns. So again, another brilliant position here. So then we head to the 21st of November, which was the Monday of week 4. As you can see here, this position was playing out perfectly from my Sunday sessions analysis and from the analysis that I sent out to the clients. So if we just have a look at this, as you'll see, I sent out a potential trade here, enter in here, stop loss just above the peaks that were created, and then take profit at the swing low here. I had a full Sunday sessions video on that, going over that potential position. And then as we can see, come the open on the Monday, price is playing out beautifully. So that trade is running 120 pips plus 8% for RR. So we took a loss for 2RR on the 15th, I believe. And then on the 21st, we've gained back our losses plus 2R on top of that in one trade. Okay, so as we go on throughout the day, obviously I'm providing full rundowns and analysis on this XAU USD position. Price is continuing to play out. I'm looking at potential re-entry zones for the people, as you can see. Also updating the guys on AUD USD, the analysis that I provided on that Sunday sessions video. So I wanted the penetration from this zone and for price to start trading higher. As we can see, again, just sending another update for the XAU USD trade. At this point, it was running 140 pips, 9.3% and 4.6 RR. Now heading over to the 22nd, which was the Tuesday of week 4. Again, just providing the people with analysis on the markets, updated videos for XAU USD, and then a potential re-entry on the XAU USD market. So I actually sent out a position here for the guys. As we can see, price was playing out perfectly well. We got the penetration, we got the entry into this market, running 30 pips, 1.5% and 0.75 RR. Price continued to play out, running 50 pips at this point, 2.5%, 1.25 RR. Again, telling the guys to be careful with the position, so taking partials, moving SL to entry, things like that. Again, as you can see, I sent out another update for the guys, letting the people know that the trade itself peaked at 90 pips, running 4.5% and 2.25 RR. I think I was at the gym or at some kind of meeting at this point, so I couldn't provide an actual screenshot, unfortunately. Then we came back from our meeting or the gym, provided the guys with another update, so running plus 70 pips, 3.5%, 1.75 RR. The trade continues to play out very well from our resell zone, running 100 pips at this point, so plus 5%. Again, 110 pips, 5.5%, letting the people know to take partials, implement good risk management with our trades like SL moves, things like that. Running 130 pips, 6.5%. Now we are heading over to the 23rd, which was the Wednesday. So this is a position that is still playing out. Sent out some updated analysis on Great British Pound to the US dollar. More analysis on the AUD USD position. So this was analysis that I sent on the Sunday, okay? The previous Sunday, if you remember, I sent out analysis for the AUD USD market and I told people that they could be buying from this position. Price has played out beautifully. Just updating them all with a full description on this. You can see the actual trade itself here. We're in 161 pips, plus 8% for RR. This was another brilliant position. So running 4 RR on that position. And then I think this was a nice updated video with the XAU USD positions that we placed. I think unfortunately SL was hit at entry on those. So we implemented good risk management. We took partials throughout the trade, but SL was hit unfortunately on that. Again, sending updates out on Great British Pound to the US dollar. Then we head over to the 25th, which was the Friday of week 4. So more videos, more analysis. Again, very important that we stay informative and we let you guys know exactly what is going on, what we are looking for, and how we are looking at tackling the markets within our watch list. So just flying through this analysis, as you can see, I offered potential re-entry zones. Obviously, we weren't delivered with the right confirmation in order to actually execute positions on these trades. We saw that this market was trading higher and above our potential re-entry zones, so they were deemed invalid, so we didn't actually execute any trades. And then we head over to the 27th, so there was nothing much on the Friday of the 25th. It was just updated analysis and invalidated zones, unfortunately, so no profitable or placeable positions. And then on the 27th, which was the Sunday, this was just more updated analysis from our Sunday sessions video, updated analysis on the AUD USD trade that we could have placed on the Monday of week 4. And then as you can see, just updating the guys. And then we head over to Monday, the 28th of November. So there's 3 days left within November, the 28th, 29th and 30th. So I'll run all the way through to the end of the month. So before I carry on with the last 3 days of November, what I'll do is I'll go back over to the live markets and I'll show you the best trade that we placed within week 4 of November. So this was actually analysis that was sent out on the previous Sunday. Again, giving us a tradable opportunity here. We literally just looked at the penetration of a supply zone here and look to get involved based on the rejection. Now, I was in two minds whether to go over this example or go over the other one, which was, I believe, AUD USD, because that again generated us with some amazing returns. But I've gone for this one just because there was two tradable opportunities within this. So for one, we had a tradable opportunity as of the Sunday, as of the open here on the 20th. As we can see, we got involved here. This generated us with some brilliant returns over the course of the following few days. But what I managed to find was another last buy to sell region and offered the guys with a selling opportunity again here. So if they hadn't got involved there, then they could get involved based on the penetration of this zone. We were delivered with the penetration, good signs of rejection, and we got involved again. So these two positions went on to trade around 200 to 230 pips in profit. As you can see from this peak here, we had 1727 as a peak low, and our entries were around 1750 and 1749. So around 220 to 230 pips that were generated from this position. Now our stop losses, however, were no more than 30 pips at a time. So this in itself generated us with some amazing returns. We were looking at about 7.3 RR, now risking 2% of my equity. That's just over 14.5% made back from these trades here. So again, another position here, XAU USD. This trade itself was running 30 pips, 2 RR, 2% and 1 RR, 60 pips, 4%, 2 RR, and then I sent a final update there at about 2 o'clock on the 28th of price hitting plus 60 pips, 4% and 2 RR. I told the people to take partials, implement good risk management, things like that. As you can see, people loved the analysis, taking partials. What a good way to start the week. Brilliant stuff. I sent my my profit sheets as well. As you can see, sending my profit sheets out there for the people. So now heading over to the 29th of November, showing you guys my updated analysis on my watch list. Gave a full rundown. I think it was an 8-minute video. Yeah. I also wanted to provide the people with some screenshots of my analysis as well, the full description. So I did that. I think the 29th was quite a quiet day. Yeah, we placed one position, but we moved SL to entry. Unfortunately, SL got hit at entry. This was just an update from a potential trade that we could have placed from my analysis that I gave prior. So it was running plus 25 pips, plus 5%, 2.5 RR. So if we just click on this, you can see that this was the actual analysis that I sent out, potential sell zone. I told the people that they could sell from this zone, gave a full description as you can see here. And then if we scroll down, price is playing out beautifully on that. Price continues to play out, lovely stuff. We placed another position on AUD USD. Unfortunately, we got an SL hit, so we lost 1 RR there. But this position in itself, at this point, was running 45 pips, plus 9% and 4.5 RR. So we gained back massively from this. This trade continued to play out, plus 60 pips, 12%, 6 RR. Price continued to play out throughout the rest of the day, 80 pips, 16%, 8 RR. So we gained back massively from that trade there. Then we head over to the 30th. So this was the Wednesday. This was the last day of the month. Sent out some analysis for XAU USD. Sent out 2 potential entries that we could look to get involved in this market from. Sent some updated analysis for US oil. Price taps into US oil. We could have looked to place positions on US oil there. So updating the people throughout, giving the guys potential areas and zones to look to execute positions. We then placed a position on US oil. US oil played out beautifully. We got a lovely trade there, 78 pips, 9.75% and 4.875 RR. US oil then came back up to clear any liquidity to the upside before continuing bearish. Again, sending another update on my watch list via video form for the people. More updates and analysis on the US oil trade that we placed, letting the people know to move SL to entry and implement good risk management. As you can see here, we always let people know to ensure that they do this with their positions. And then we head over to December. So that's where this video ends. I'm not going to go any further. We'll save December's month for January. I hope you guys have enjoyed this full run through of how November went. As you can see from the content that we provided, it was actually a very successful month. We placed multiple trades throughout the month. I think it was quite a busy month. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and tally up all the trades that we placed, all the potential entries that were given, the RR that was made throughout the month, and the percentages that we could have walked away with if we placed every position that was sent out. So I have just finished up tallying all of the trades that were sent out, all of the tradable opportunities that were provided to the clients in the VIP chat, and we've come to the conclusion of 16 placeable positions, 12 of which were winners, offering us 48.3 RR in returns, which if you're risking 2% of your equity, we are looking at nearly 96.6%. And then we had 4 losers, being 4 RR, and that's 8% minus if you're risking 2% of your equity. Now, the 96.6 figure is after the 8% minus. So, yeah, I mean, if you're risking 2% of your equity and you placed every single position I sent out into the VIP chat and you held those positions until the maximum point, then yeah, you could have walked away with 96.6%. Now, obviously, in most circumstances, people aren't able to place every single tradable opportunity that I send out. People aren't going to hold them for as long as they see fit, and people are going to be taking partials and implementing safety measures throughout the positions. So 96.6% returns and 48.3 RR is the maximum of what we could have earned from the tradable opportunities that were sent out. So that in itself tells us that it was a very profitable month for LAGFX and for myself in my personal VIP chat. So in week 1, we placed 3 positions, AUD USD sell, then we placed another AUD USD sell position, and then we placed an XAU USD sell position. Those collectively earn us 10.3 RR. Then in week 2, we placed a Euro AUD sell, an XAU USD sell, a Euro USD buy, and then a Euro USD sell. Now, the first 3 positions all profited, and we took away some brilliant returns, and then we took the loss on the Euro USD sell. If you remember correctly, when we tried to sell, when we had the penetration of the POI after the fundamental breakthrough, then we obviously lost that 2% there. So we walked away with 15.3 RR from week 2. Week 3 was a bit quieter. We only placed 3 positions. So we had an XAU USD buy, a Great British Pound to the US dollar sell, and another Great British Pound to the US dollar sell. The XAU USD buy took profit for 5.7 RR, but then we took 2 losses on the Great British Pound US dollar sells. So we ended that week with 3.7 RR returns. Then on week 4, there was plenty of trading opportunities, as you've seen throughout this video. So we placed the XAU USD sell, the AUD USD buy, the XAU USD sell again, and then an AUD USD buy, which we actually got stopped out with. And then we placed an XAU USD sell again, followed with a US oil sell, generating us with a return of 19 RR. Now you add all that up together, that gives us a grand total of 48.3 RR for the month. So as I said earlier, this was a very profitable month for myself. It doesn't quite beat October. October was probably one of the best months that I've had this year. However, it does come close, generating us with nearly a maximum of 50 RR. I think that's amazing. With us risking 2%, we nearly doubling our account size. So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We have gone through the whole month of November. I have given you the ins and outs of my trading performance, full transparency with every single position that I have placed. And as you can see, we have ended every single week in profit, and we have ended the month in a very good position. Now, if you guys aren't involved in the Learning Lounge group chat, I would recommend joining that. It is completely free. Just follow the link in the description. Now, after watching this video, if you are interested in joining my VIP chat, go to the Learning Lounge group chat on Telegram, drop me a message personally, and I'll get you involved with my VIP clients. Now, without blabbering on too much, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next monthly review.